Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we're going to celebrate 4 years and 4,000 subs. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are around the world. This is the first episode of How to App on iOS with me, Jade Starr. I hope you can hang around for the next 20 minutes as we delve into something quite fun, hopefully for everybody. Good morning. Oh, I have some, what have I got going on there? I think I've got my... I think I had my iPhone running in the background there. So, basically, what we are doing today, as I bring up my main chat for the day, we are going to, in 20 minutes, hopefully, put together a death metal album cover from scratch using
What
one
is this
solitary app
boring shit
from the App Store.
Listen to this fuckwit.
And to get everybody into the mood, I've created a song around this band. I've just made this song.
Boring
so
this
it
is.
has no band name
What
as
the
yet. We're just
fuck?
going to make it up
This
now.
is
This is what I
pathetic.
created.
Why would anyone watch
Crank
rubbish
it up
like
for a
this?
second.
Look at that terrible screen. Look at it. How tacky with the skew
We're going to
morphism.
leave that going in the background. So, who am I?
Yeah, who are you dickhead?
My name is Jade Starr.
Fucking hell,
I'm a
what
musician.
a boring,
I'm transgender. I'm
boring
from Melbourne,
person.
Australia. And I create all my music on iOS.
Damn.
So that's
Talk
what
about
this is all about.
low
I'm an avid
energy.
collector of
Listen to that low
apps,
energy.
And I thought it would be a really good idea to start showing some
Fucking
people
hell.
my vast collection of apps.
I
and
sound
how
like
to use them
Gavinsky
to
after
their
some
fullest
heroin.
potential.
What is going on?
And what we are starting with
You know what?
today.
This
for
was the first
app
episode.
is an
This
app
was the
called
first episode.
Over.
Absolute
And
cringe.
it's a
And
photo
look at that
video
chat.
editing
There's
app
4
on
people there.
iOS. Before I bring it up on my screen, I'll tell you that the
This-
chat,
it hasn't
thank you
moved.
to everybody who's here so far.
Listen,
I can see Christy. Scott.
if you think that the things aren't, Rome isn't built in a day, guess what? It surely isn't.
First time I've done this.
Yeah, it's the first time I've done this.
Hopefully
Listen
my
to this
voice is coming
wanker.
through okay,
Please,
and
hello.
The music's nice and
Look, there's Thomas.
low in the background there.
There's Thomas. Hello, Jade.
Okay, so I've decided to call this band that I'm making an album for today.
And just like everything on this show, I decided to call the band something that never eventuated. Because that's what happens. Do you want to see what happened in this show? Look, I made an album cover. This is quite relevant, quite fitting. I made an album cover. Making a pile of body parts with Donald Trump. For a band that never turned out to be, and the album was called Pile of Limbs.
Something that you can actually read.
Look how bad that
I
is.
want to give this some shadowing as well.
Why would anybody buy an app after I suggest to them?
We can add Donald Trump's head to it if you want. Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
I think we should.
Why
I
not
think- I
add
think
Donald
I'm
Trump's
just
head
with
to
all
it?
The stuff that's going on in the world.
Let's
at the
give him
moment.
another felony.
I think he actually deserves it. Why don't we put Donald Trump's head on the very top? Thanks for the suggestion. In the top. I think that's.
I don't even know who suggested this
Yeah,
nonsense.
Oh dear.
Does it say in the chat?
There
I
we
don't know.
go.
I'll say hello to you. Look at that. There we go.
We'll adjust it a little bit, give him some contrast.
There's the album cover that never eventuated to anything. This was the first boring episode of very 7 a.m. energy. I don't know why people have stuck around. Hello and welcome. It is 4 years to this very day that I started this ridiculous thing because we were living in a time when it was very uncertain times, wasn't it? It was the times we can't speak of without getting a warning underneath our video, the dark times, the times of the Empire, the COVID. Oh. Everybody was dying and all this stuff, and people were like getting upset about masks and killing each other and doing all this weird shit. And what it turned out for me was Rowena Wallace was in chat from Sons and Daughters. That's my friend Christian. And that's how this thing started, being locked down. I'm sure you can all feel it with me because it started a lot of our stuff, didn't it? It started a lot of this community stuff, didn't it? People started, we had time on our hands to make stuff and do things. Thank you all for being here and all of the well wishes. I see you all, Gary Hubbs, Chris Lane Sr., Tremor Bear, Thomas Christ, Leany, Hugh Caldwell, hello Hugh, Laurie's Mishmash, Pookie Ann, Limey Redneck, Semtex Cow. Oh, we got to do it for old school because we used to do it every show, didn't we? Doctor's orders. Remember that? We used to have all these sound effects for everybody. This show has changed so much. I went back and tried to sit through some of my shows, and I couldn't watch them. They were just revolting. Ed Bemedal is in the house. Hello, Ed. Thanks for sticking around. I know it's a weird time for you. Wolfstone Studio. And I'm sure I've missed people. I've got to scroll up and try and catch up. Hugh Caldwell. I already said that. I said that really excited, didn't I? Hugh Caldwell. Semtex Cow. It's so funny, you build up to, there's Audible Video. What else? I've probably missed some and I can't really scroll back because of this stupid chat thing that I use. And just for, there we go, Audible Video, put in timeout, just for old time's sake, by Sander Wolf, thank you. And Arthur Vanderbilt, hello to you too. And Justine, g'day. Jenny Jolivet. Look, the thing is, I was going through videos for this show and was trying to plan things, but I hate planning things because it just feels forced. It always feels forced, and I just like doing things off the cuff kind of thing. So we're going to start off today. So, this isn't going to be just about me talking about, this show and how it's changed. We'll talk a little bit about that, but a lot of it's going to be about you because, you are the people that make the show. You are the people that turn up and continue to support me and all that stuff, so which I'm incredibly grateful for. And I'll just cover the mission statement. Why did I start doing this channel? So the reason I started this channel was firstly because of COVID, and the government here in Australia was handing us money and going, here you go, stay home, take some money. And I was like, that's really kind of you. That's the first time ever the government's been nice to me, ever. Michael Thompson, paying to get, Joe Glenn. So I took the money where other people in Australia took the money, and guess what they did with it? They drank it away, and they probably injected into their arms, and they did a whole bunch of stupid shit, which they should have done something with. And I decided to take that money and start putting together a studio and live out my fantasy of being a YouTuber. I'd been following Pete Johns and been a moderator on his channel for a long time, and been told for ages, hey, Barry Glenn, that I really should do a show because Pete doesn't cover apps, and I was always the person people went to about apps. So this was the perfect opportunity to take that money that the government gave us, because let's be honest, the government doesn't just give you money all the time like that, Leela, what's happening? And so I bought some gear, And then I started to set up the show, and then we just went live. And you know what's funny? If I look at the playlist of episodes, which there are playlists, every episode is in one playlist on the channel. That's not working. Where's my playlist? Playlist. Where's the playlist? So you can get every episode in one playlist. Here it is here. By the third episode, I did my first interview. So that was like really adventurous. And it was with Pete Johns, of course, because whenever you're in doubt and you want something to go well, just get Pete Johns involved, right? Because that's what I always say. And look, it's my foul-mouthed, feathered, perpetual platypussy friend. Forever you will be that now, platypussy. My foul-mouthed princess in arms. My queen of swearing. So that's how this started. And the idea behind this was I wanted to help people make better music. That's it. That's all it was. I don't want to be an entertainer. I don't want to, that's kind of followed it. I've always been an entertainer. I've always been a musician. Most of you know my story. I've been a musician for many, many years. I started doing this caper when I was 15 years old. I've toured around the world and done I've had so many opportunities in my life. And this was a chance to sit here and give back and hopefully share some knowledge and inspire some people to get better, because there's always room to get better. Trust me, every day I wake up and try and learn something new. And that's why I do these tutorials, because I have to learn these things to hopefully teach you. And I can't sit still and not learn something, because we can always be better as people and as musicians and as artists and all that stuff. So that's the idea behind the channel, and it hasn't changed. It's still the same thing. And I've got to see so many people grow, and I've been a part and done a few collaborations. But I'm going to get into it straight away by playing some music today. So I want to play some people's music, and I'm going to do it in a strange way. So if you're unaware, I have a Patreon. There it is there. And on the Patreon each weekend, I give away apps. For if you're a $5 and over Patreon, you can have the chance to win apps. And we used to have a spinning wheel, and we'd spin the wheel and people can win apps. But recently we changed the wheel to a race, because you got to keep things fresh, right? And on the Patreon as well, I master your songs for $1 a month. You can join, get 4 songs mastered a month, no problem, right? Send it in. And it's a really tight community where we not critique, but help you get the best out of your song before it's mastered and such. And I'm sure there's many of my Patreons here today I can see who hopefully can testify that they've got better mixes and better product out of hanging out on the Patreon. There's one of them right there, Mars Capone, super talented, yeah? So I had to do this quick, so please don't be offended if you're not on this list. I just had to throw this together quickly because it's 7 a.m. here. And what we're going to do today, I've put a bunch of names onto this race game, and we're going to call a race, and whoever the winner is, I'm going to pick a song and play it for them. So let's go over here. This is oops, I don't want to do that. I want to go over here, don't I? So this is how it works over on the Patreon. And we're doing emoji races today. Emoji races. So we've got 20 people in this list. There's a list. So if your name's not there, I had to throw something together quickly. And we're going to run the race, and I'm going to call the race as I do on the Patreon, as a demented race caller. And whoever wins the race, we're going to play their song. We're going to do this all throughout the show today, right? So we'll cue up our music for the race. Maybe. And we'll set our timer. We've got 20 seconds on the clock. Hello, the deal for real. So let's set this. Okay. So we've got all our contestants. I can't see any of their fucking names, so that's cool. We'll turn down this music because I want to use my own music. And I'm going to call this dead down the line. And so there's heaps of different emojis. And we're going to do this now, all right? Let's this is the shitty entertainment you've come for. All right, and I'll call it in this voice. Oh, no, we'll call it in the funny voice.
All right, so I'll call the race in this voice. What do you think? All right, let's do it. So, are we ready to go? Are everybody ready to go? We're going to do it. Let's get ready to rumble. All righty. And racing, off they go. There's a stupid emoji in front of one emoji. It looks like Thomas Galane's in front of right now, but then we got bad example down the bottom of Carey Hamza's up the top of his stupid face. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on. Viv Sparrow's coming out of nowhere with an angry little face, but Gary Hamza's falling behind bad example. Thomas Galane's in front. Princess LTG's coming up out of nowhere. That's Rihanna, but he's too late. Oh my God, it's Thomas Galane who's won. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great race that was.
All right, so there we go. Thomas Galane is our first winner, and we'll remove him. There we go. So we've removed him now from the winner board. Thomas Galane is our first winner, and I'll pick a song from Thomas Galane now. Champagne comedy. Fucking hell. Thomas Galane. Thomas Galane has been on the show many times. He's been interviewed here on the show. His music is fantastic. Love Thomas Galane. And he's just an amazing, captivating vocalist, performer. I'm going to play one of his older songs, one of his classics. Let's play his first song that I ever heard, called Blow It All to Smithereens. Yeah, let's do that. Back to the old school, because we're going back in time. This is Thomas Galane and Blow It All to Smithereens. Fuck, I really haven't got better, have I? I played the instrumental one, sorry.
I want to blow it up, blow it up to smithereens. They say when we're up there we'd get broken, bruised, twisted, stabbed and abused, pulled apart, twisted inside out. Like a dough, we'll get baked and eaten alive. Oh, is it really true? Oh, I think I found it out. Oh, they're the wolves and we are the sheep. You've seen them with their bellies full. Oh, and I think I can hear them sharpen their knives. Oh, we are next. Oh, I'm gonna blow it up, blow it up to smithereens. I've got the fuse and I've got the nerve. They're all smoke and mirrors, fragile and breakable. We will see what they're made of. Tonight I'll plan my great escape, and we will see our friends again soon. I'm gonna fly to the top of the sky till my wings burn up, fall to the ground with a bang. Oh, get up and run. Oh, I'll run, and when I'll run, I'll blow it all to smithereens.
Thomas Gillane, he's just one of the most unique artists in this very vibrant and broad community, super, super rich voice and humble as they come. I've done 2 interviews with Thomas, done a Creator Rewind and had him on the show. I even we used to have a show here. You can go and look through it, all the playlists called Behind the Song, where somebody sends me their music project and we open it up and bring them on and we dissect how they made the song. And he came on and we dissected one of his songs as well. He's just super talented dude. G-May, what's going on? And I didn't say hello, but man, this getting up at 5 a.m. to do an earlier show is fucking with my brain today. This is why when daylight savings happens, folks, I don't change my time anymore because it's way too early to get up in the morning. Let's talk about some funny shit here. So back in the day, we still do. We still have a lot of running jokes here on this channel. A lot of fucking bullshit running jokes. Things come and go, and you know, across Pete's show, and we've had carrots and just all these stupid memes and stuff. It's just one of the things that happens. But one of the early memes that happened was between me and a guy named Gary Hubbs. And me and Gary Hubbs used to have this running joke on here about a lawnmower, where there's this Australian singer here, and he's really shit, right? He came second in Australian Idol, and he's really shit, and everybody dumped shit on him, right? I'm not going to say his name because then you'll go over and dump shit on him too. He's one of those musicians that he's got that face that you just want to dump shit on. He's a real loser. And anyway, whenever he posts on Facebook, somebody always comments underneath saying, they write this terrible shit like, "G'day, Cobber. I hooked up with your girlfriend last week and boy, she was a great fuck." And they're just horrible people to him. Anyway, I introduced him to Gary Hubbs and then we started joking about these comments. And one of the comments that consistently came up on this guy's Facebook was, can I borrow your lawnmower? And this joke happened between me and Gary Hubbs where I was constantly asking Gary for my lawnmower back. And it went on for ages, probably the first year of this channel. And a lot of people probably got sick of that joke. But just for some nostalgia, I got a video sent to me last week from Gary Hubbs. And you just got to love the way irony works out when here we are, 4 years on, and Gary sent me this video. Let me cue this up and let's have a watch of what Gary sent me. Hopefully it's going to play someday. Come on, iCloud, get your shit together. No? What is going on? Here we go.
Okay. You won't fucking believe this. You won't believe this. The fuck? I've been looking for that thing for 4 fucking years.
It's amazing how the stupidest joke on the planet can last 4 years. It still makes me laugh. Hey, Chad Freeman, good to see you, my friend. Welcome. Fuck me dead. Gary, you are an awesome, awesome, hilarious dude. We've had so many fucking jokes on this stupid channel, and Gary is the instigator of many of them. The flying turkey. Remember the flying turkey? Oh man, there's been so many funny things. Let me play something else that I think is really funny as well. So, Russ8889 he's come a long way, Russ8889, and he makes really cool video clips, and his music's really shit hot and all that stuff. We're going to play his new song today on here again. But Russ delved into the world of green screen technology last year, and boy, was it a moment in internet history. Let's find that moment. In fact, there's two of these moments of Russ delving into green screen history. It's just, let me show you what I mean. So Russ doesn't have a lot of space. Oh, and I want to thank you, Mateus, for the super chat, and thank you, Gary Hubbs. The lawnmower came. Oh, fuck you, dude! I thought after 4 years I'd get it back. Let me play this video. So Russ shot some green screen stuff, and some things went wrong. And I happen to have the exclusive footage of Russ setting up his green screen and preparing to shoot some video for a thing that I featured here on the channel. So let's see how Russ went. Look at that. Mind you, if you think that your green screen situation is ever a bit hodgepodge and glued together, and would you look at that? Would you look at that? Now remember, Russ only has access to one hand, right? So he's paralyzed down one side of his body. So like it's a pretty good job. It's a pretty good job. All right, but let's see how Russ went on this faithful day. It's going good so far.
Hi, this is Russ. I'm gonna talk a little bit about today. Fucking cunt.
Sorry. Gotta do it again. It never gets old. He said no, he said, "Oh, fucking cunt." That's what he said, Gary.
Hi, this is Russ. I'm gonna talk a little bit about today. Fucking cunt.
Wow, there we go. And you know what? I know I can play that because, listen, me, Russ, Brad, and, Kurt and Leela, we have a really strong friendship. We hang out every day. And people may think that we hang out and put shit on other people, but we don't have time to put shit on other people, folks. We are too busy ripping the shit out of each other. Poor Brad, I don't know. Poor Brad. Brad is just the butt of every joke. But anyway, Brad likes it too. So anyway, Russ gave it another go. And of course, I've got the footage. So let's have a look at Russ's second attempt at getting this done.
Fucking cunt. You fucking cunt.
Plumber's crack as well. Sorry. That look when he hears it start to tear. When it starts to tear. It's like he dares it, isn't it? Like he just goes, fuck you. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh, fucking cunt. You fucking cunt.
Blue moon. So while we're on Russ, and I'm just giving him stick because I know he can take it. Now, most of you know here on the channel, we have a wonderful friend of the channel, Russ's mum, Dot, and she's hilarious, and we've done roasts with her, and she's been on the show. She's hilarious. Well, listen, we know Russ pretty well, and Russ is not always the nicest son to Dot, and sometimes he can be a little bit mean, and this is why I'm going to expose him today. I told you this was going to be about you guys, not me. So let's cue this up. And one day, Dot ran into a bit of a problem, and Russ, being the lovable son that he is, really didn't do much to help. Let's take a look.
Simple, Simon.
You know what I've done? I can't tell you anymore.
Well, you got your thumb stuck in the
I've
tub.
got me thumb stuck. Anyone else want to know? Oh, come on.
What?
Help me. Get it out.
Give her thumb out of there. Russell, give
This
her
is,
thumb out of
this is
there.
bloody heavy. Hurry up.
Put it on the table then.
Oh, yeah.
Stop it.
Oh.
Russell, get her thumb out of there.
Listen,
It's a good kitchen.
listen to Liz in the background on the phone telling him, fucking help your mum, you piece of shit.
Attachment.
I don't, Russell.
You'll be a good kitchen attachment in a minute.
I don't want you taking care of me, I'll tell you that. Jesus.
Wait a minute.
Jesus, Russ, help your mum.
Russell,
Listen to him laughing.
Oh, this is far too much fun watching this.
Oh, shut up.
you're a prick.
Oh, hey.
Oh, thank you so much for all your help.
You're so helpful.
She's all right. Fucking hell. That's your mum. Hey, Kid Kane, what's going on? Hey, Pascal, Joshua, hello. You're pissing yourself. We have such a lovable cast of characters that have come through this show. Many cool people I've got to interview. I've interviewed over 144 people here on this channel. And look, don't take these words lightly. I feel very, very privileged. Every single person I've interviewed here on the channel, it's a great responsibility to do the interviews that I get to do. And hey, Falcro, good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I feel very privileged, and I don't take it lightly, and I try to be respectful of everybody that I have on, and I try to do research and try to make everybody feel comfortable that comes on the show. And if you haven't been on yet, don't worry, we'll get around to everybody. You know, there's so much time. We have so much time in the world. But there's been some standouts for me, some interviews that I've had that have just been, really life-changing interviews. I have to tell you that. And I'm just going to grab my playlist here. And you can see, once I find my playlist of interviews somewhere, so organised this show, let me tell you that. So 145 interviews there are here. And one of them in particular stands out as a very highlight for me interviewing. And I've had this dude on my show many times, too many times, because he's just content waiting to happen. Hello, Manny. He is just utter content. And it seems so weird that it took so long for me to actually interview him. I think we were scared. I was scared to have him on the show because he's such a loose cannon. And that's this guy here. That is Brad Example. And
dictionary, you got to kind of go off onto another screen to get at it. And it's...
Now, I'm pretty sure if I take this back to about the 1 minute mark here.
love the guy, and I love the music he makes, and I love the fact on his bed with his iPad.
Now, just one thing I want you to pay attention to on this video. Tell me, does Brad look... Now, we all see Brad perform on the weekends, and does Brad seem highly energetic in this interview?
Does the same thing that we do, but he does it in a harder way.
I'm not
he makes
suggesting
it harder
anything.
for himself for some reason. And then
hey, Boaster.
Puts out music every Monday, and it's brilliant music, and I respect and love that, and it inspires me to do more.
Yeah, well, Russ wrote here that
he seems very energetic, doesn't he?
Just much reserved,
much more energetic than normal
and stuff, and
now what I'm trying to find here,
City Surfers. Oh,
I don't know what he's done to be so energetic in this video. It's who knows? Who knows?
He's in the chat. You can click on it. I think you can still support. Definitely need a few rails to last that long.
That's a two-bag show right there.
So thank you very much. What did you do back in the day for recording?
I can't now. I don't know where it is. Look at him. He's so wired.
But we made it work, and we did it.
Now I'm pretty sure the story
on an interface. I bought a better iPad, and I sat.
Let's see if I can find it.
Go fishing and
if you don't,
wild here sometimes.
Brad's bought a boat recently as well too. So everybody pay your respects to Brad because he probably won't be with us much longer.
Scott,
we appreciate it
quickly because we want
to. Now, happy.
Now I thought
Jonathan.
this was. We have that here too.
I thought this was halfway through the show, and I can't find it now.
For SoundCloud, Brad.
Here we go.
We did one of their songs.
This is content.
He came up and played guitar and sang. So that was like the highlight of my life because Ween was like my favorite band of all.
There we go. Maybe it was back here. You know what I'm looking for, don't you? And I
Who are you? And why are you in my house
here
on
we go.
Saturday?
This is what I'm looking for.
Oh yeah, now that you. And then finally the guy.
So this is one of Brad's stories.
This guy fucking tapes. So I go down, I rent a porno from the porno store.
All right, you ready?
It was Saturday morning, and I'd been working. I was a welder for a while, so I'd been working. So I wake up early Saturday morning, and I'm like, okay, get my coffee. This is way before the internet and way before cell phones, and porn was still VHS tapes. So I go down, I rent a porno from the porno store. I come home. I have my coffee. I'm in my house coat. I get to the door of my living room. I drop my house coat. I'm naked. I pop my porno in. I light up a joint. I'm drinking my coffee, watching the porn, and then I'm giving her. And all of a sudden, this guy fucking comes around the corner and is standing in my living room, who I never seen before, don't know him, never fucking didn't know. And my roommate had brought him home from the bar the night before. So the guy's standing there while I'm laying on the couch, like in full, like mid-stroke, like I'm fucking sweating. And so the guy's standing there, he's staring at me, and I'm laying there, like looking at him, and I go, "Hey man," he goes, "Hey man," I go, "You might want to leave for maybe 5 minutes and come back." He goes, "Okay." And so he fucking goes back into Farrah's bedroom. The girl that I was living with goes back into her room. I finished what I was doing. And then finally the guy comes out, and I'm like, "Well, it's nice to meet you. I'd shake your hand, but, I don't think that's appropriate right now. Either way, it's good to know you now that you've seen all of me. Maybe we'll be good friends." Never saw the guy again. Never again. Never saw him again. And he looked like Nick Simmons. He looked exactly like Nick Simmons. He was this big, tall guy with I was like, "Who the fuck are you? And why are you in my house on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. during my fucking porno time? This is my time to, de-stress here. Asshole, you ruined it."
Oh man, do you reckon he wakes up in a cold sweat going, "Oh, I saw that guy wanking, I saw that guy wanking, I saw that guy wanking."
Like he must tell his friends, "There's this crazy guy. I woke up and there's this fucking lunatic laying on his couch all fucking crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Oh, Brad, I love you.
And now, Brad is the human content machine. You have to admit that, my friends. So there's been great places, great interviews I've had on the channel like that. Anyway, you know what it's time for? It is time for us to have another... we're going to pick another song to play from the small list of songs I've put into the show today. So let's go over and get ready for another race. So what we're doing today is we have now 20 artists in this race, and we're going to run the race, and whoever wins the race out of all these happy emojis, we are going to play their song. So let's cue this stuff up and get the
Voice ready for racing time. Is everybody ready for racing time? I'm ready for racing time. 100% content here on How to App on iOS. All right, so we're going to get ready. We've got 20 competitors. The winner gets their song played. Alrighty, are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. We're going to call this right down the middle, 20 seconds and racing. Oops. That was going so well until I fucked it up. Alright, here we go. Racing, off they go. Look at them now. Stupid little emojis. One with the cowboy hats in front. I can't read the fucking names because there's so many of them. They're all obscured. But it looks like Woolstone Studios in front. Woolstone's got the lead right now. Woolstone's breaking away, but Thomas Grimes is behind. Mr. Simmons coming over. It's a Jade. Let's go, Bateman. Oh my God. Kim Harden Hudson has come out of fucking nowhere. Oh my God. Well, Kim Harden Hudson has won that one. There we go. Let's remove her from the list. And
we'll come back over here. All right, so if you Thomas just put the link in the description. If you want to have fun and join the Patreon, no, that's this one. I can put it here. There we go, the Patreon. We do these races every week on the Patreon, and whoever wins gets apps. We give away apps and do the races. That's where that's come from. So Kim Harden Hudson has been chosen by the race. So I'm going to choose a song by Kim Harden Hudson here. And we're going to play her track. But she's only got 3. Let's play my favourite. This is Nothing Right.
Everything is faded and frayed. All the things you thought would never break. You won't die if you cry. If you don't, then you might. This isn't what I saw in a dream, so I internalized, but it was never about me. Imagine my surprise. I should have been the river, but I was a stone. All the water rushed around me, beneath the thought so alone.
Don't even need any words. It's just amazing. An amazing song. I love it so much. And we got another amazing artist who's just called in here. Funnily enough, I love when this kind of magic happens, yeah? So because the next person I was actually going to talk about has just entered the chat as one of my most memorable interviews that I've done. And I'm just scrolling and going through my interviews here because sometimes you do an interview, and look, I'm not taking away from any of the interviews. They're all wonderful interviews, right? And speaking of, I think I saw Capsulam. Did I say hello to Capsulam? I saw her here as well too. I've missed her in the chat. And one of those people is Viv Sparrow. And I'll tell you why this interview is super important to me. Because it was a long time in the making. It was we had been speaking a long time. She kind of burst into the scene here. Hey, Falcon Blueser, thank you so much. She burst onto the scene around these communities, and people were like seagulls diving for a chip, trying to get her. Can you sing on my stuff too, please? And I obviously hit her up for an interview, and she was going through a move and had a lot of stuff on. And I was more than happy to bide my time, and wait till she was ready to come on. And just sometimes magic happens, right? When you interview somebody and they come on your show, and let me just play it. Shut up. So let's move.
Obviously, because this is.
So I'm going to play one of the bringer on the show. Let's do it. I've aligned this week. So without further ado, let's bring her on, the beautiful voice and wonderful soul of Ms. Viv Sparrow. Hello.
Hey, Jade. Hey, everybody.
Let me give you some applause. How you going?
my heart rate it's slightly below panic, so that's a good place for it to be.
All right, so let's just stop there for a minute, because sometimes you always have preconceived ideas about people, and you think you know what they're going to be like, and to hearing Viv's music and falling in love with her music, I'm a massive fan. She came on the show, and I got taken back a bit, because he was this wonderful, talented person who was so anxious, and immediately I felt like I had this great responsibility to do my very best to make her feel as comfortable as possible. And I know lots of people have reached out and said this is one of their favorite interviews, because as you watch the interview as it goes on, you just see the panic leaving. And to actually see that kind of thing happening in real time is something that, we don't get to see a lot. Everything that you see of musicians and people being interviewed, it all, especially, popular artists and, in the music industry, everything seems so forced and fabricated and planned and all that. When actors go and do interviews on their films and everything's just so homogenized, and you don't get to see a human being. It's just a special. That means
calm down quite a bit.
That means it's going to be a perfect show. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much for having me here today. Thank you for coming on and spending some time with us, and talking about yourself, because it's a hard thing to do.
Yes.
People think that because you're a musician and maybe you've studied a lot and you're good at your craft, that it's an easy thing to get up here and just... but since the COVID thing all happened, it's just happened more and more, and it's like, no. And I've moved it along now. The inconvenience that we had in 2020 just shone a brighter light on what's actually been I've moved it along to 2 hours, right? We refuse to look at. And, thankfully we have music. And look, because it's the one thing that does unite. Shut up, Jade. You're an idiot. I remember playing a gig. Because why am I talking?
I guess. Up. Our perspectives. I've been thinking, since I sent this song to you, I've been thinking about what it's about, and who knows what it was about when I first wrote it. But now what it takes on a different meaning. It's like this idea, I think there's this one line in particular in the song where I say, "You climbed from the valley and I dragged you back in." And it's like this idea that there are certain things that we're always going to reach for and try to attain, no matter how many times we kind of get knocked down or like pulled away from music, my voice, singing. I'm just always going to climb my way back. And, you know, like there are certain things that we are always going to strive for. And I think that's what this song sort of is about. And it was also produced by Paul Umbach, who I mentioned before. He's the guy that sort of hooked me up with the Ritchie Blackmore tour. But so he's an incredible musician and producer. So he did just a great job with that actual track. But yeah.
So you can find this interview there's a huge playlist. If you check the playlist, everything is so organized here on this channel. All the interviews are in a playlist, all 145 of them. But that one always hits me super hard. I've gone back and I don't really go back and watch too many things. I hate watching myself. But yeah, moments like that, there's another few I can just throw off the top of my head. Falcon Blues' interview, which was really heavy. You know, every interview is completely different and I never know where it's going to go. And for those of you who've been on the show, you know what it's like backstage. I don't have questions set. I have those 4 questions at the start and 1 at the end kind of thing. And then wherever it goes. And I say to everybody who comes on the show, I warn them, if you give me a thread, I'll pull it. So be mindful of how you answer, because if you give me an answer where it leaves something hanging for me to grab onto, I'm going to tug on it. You're giving me permission. That is the verbal permission for me to take it. And Falcon Blues, it came on and bared his absolute soul on the channel. Just an unbelievable interview. Hetriani, another one who just came out and said stuff which I didn't expect, and it just went down a different path. And I just love that about talking to people and finding out who they are. And, you know, because music is one facet to understand the talent of somebody, but to understand where they come from and their story and their trials and tribulations, I think is really important. And the one thing that I've tried to keep consistent with the interviews throughout the 4 years of doing this is to play their music. I fucking hate interviews where they're interviewing somebody and they don't play any of the music. And you're like, who is this person? I don't want to do homework. I'm here investing my time in this interview, and I'm not doing homework for you, motherfucker. Like, you know, play me some of this music from this person so I can understand the music with the person. It has to make sense. So I am just incredibly privileged to interview so many of you and so many people who aren't from within these communities, these very different communities. I'm glad my interview was totally normal, except yeah, well, your white boy rap was very fucking strange. So I don't take it lightly. That's the point I'm trying to make. And, you know, even when I think most of you will see or have seen from these interviews, I wish I could fix this. Hang on a minute. We'll see if we can fix that. So one of the other interviews I'm going to touch on lastly before we move on to other things is, of course, the one that for me was super massive. And just let me prime it up. So if you don't know, it's been a ride of interesting people we've had, and to score an interview with one of my favorite bands was super massive for me. And let me see if I can get this set. And I was lucky enough to have the Billy Gould, the bass player from Faith No More, on the show. And let's play you a bit for that. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, bass player, record company what the fuck owner, is up with and my now camera?
alcohol creator, the wonderful Bill Gould. Welcome to the show, Bill.
Hey, how's it going?
Really good. Really good. How are you? How are you? Fucking look at my face. I'm coming in my pants. It's unbelievable.
Good.
Great. So firstly, again, thank you for coming on the show. It's really important. It's a great way to go out of a big year for me on the channel. So it's really nice of you to do that. So thank you so very much. We have a huge audience here already building up, and I just want to let my audience know we have a couple of emojis in the chat. Anyway, I'm not going to play it, but if you'd like to go, look, it was very exciting to have someone of, a massive band of Faith No More on. And, there's been a few other interviews that have been lined up and fell through. Dave Lombardo from Slayer, that was almost going to happen. It got so close, and then shit went down and it never happened. And, it was really disappointing. And I'm just glad we didn't talk. These things happen. I've even had Jordan Rudess on the show from Dream Theater, but it's not really all about the big artists, is it? It's nice to get the big artists every now and again, but it's more about the grassroots stuff and having somebody from a big band like that mixed in with everybody else, which is fun. Now, what was I going to do? I had something else lined up here. Oh, that's what I had lined up. Something for Brad. There it is.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for doing that.
There we go. That was just for you, Brad. I know you. That's one of your favorites. Now, also, what I was lucky enough to do here on the channel was my friends all met up. Russ 8889 and Brad and Ivan Idea and Laurie's Mishmash, they all met up in America. And we got some amazing footage from that because we had them all come on the show. And I will put a bit of that up in a second. But here's a bit of footage that... Hey, Pole Vault. Brad? Is Brad here? This is... so let me tell you the story of what went on here. So Brad, when he got all the way to America and he was dead set on I need to buy a cardigan. And so they took him shopping to go get a cardigan, and he went shopping for it was several hours, looking around for this cardigan, and he didn't end up getting one. I'm pretty sure that's how it ended. And here's Brad being taken on a day shopping.
We tried. The journey continues. Will we find plaid pants?
Oh, it was for pants. Sorry, it was for pants. So these poor guys had to walk around with this fucking annoying prick, Brad, looking for pants, and he still didn't even get any. You weirdo. All right, let's run the race again. For those of you who don't know, we're running a race today, and we're playing people's songs. Let me just scooch over here and get this organised. Alrighty. So, if you haven't seen this, we got 19 competitors left in the race. Let's go over here. And we're going to run the race again. And whoever wins the race, we're going to play their song. All right. So, this is what we're doing today to
pay back for everybody who's supported the channel. And I've only got room for so many people in the race, but so we're ready to go. There's 19 competitors left. You could come up. So we're going to do this. We're going to get ready, and we're going to call this race right down the middle, aren't we? All right. So, are we ready? I'm ready. Cue the music. Stupid little face in front of another face. We don't know which one yet because I can't see the fucking names. But Viv Sparrow's in front right now. I can see Viv Sparrow. The Chandler brothers have taken a lead with his big Pinocchio nose. Here comes Brad Example. Thomas Christ and Brad Example. Pete John's coming up the rear. Valerie Bird at the top. Who knows? It's going to be Thomas Christ. Oh, fucking hell. It's Thomas fucking Christ. Holy shit.
Thomas Christ. And what do you know, folks? I couldn't think of a better person to win because today is Thomas Christ's actual birthday. So Let's do it. Let's sing happy birthday first to Thomas Christ and make a total cunt of myself. So, and then we'll play one of his songs. Thomas Christ. Let me do a search for him. Then I'll do a metalhead hippie birthday song. Because we've got to do that, don't we? What song should we do? Should we do a... Let's go back in time. We're playing older songs. All right. I'm just picking one. There's that one. Let's go with Virus Infect, shall we? Shall we do that one? I think so. All right. But let me sing happy birthday to Thomas.
All right. Are you ready, Thomas? Happy birthday to you.
Boom.
Happy birthday to you.
Boom.
Happy birthday, dear Thomas.
Boom, 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 boom.
Happy birthday to you. Hip hip.
Boom, boom.
Hip hip.
Boom, boom.
Hip hip.
Boom, boom. All right. So let's play some Thomas Christ. This is Virus Infect. Because we love Thomas Christ. He is the mod with the mostest. And let's oge.
Circulating through the air. Nowhere for us to run. This novel contamination renders useless bombs and guns. Seeping through crack and crevice, boils attempts to sanitize, forms one worldwide infection. Who dies and who survives? Virus infect, virus infect, tick, tick, boom, virus infect, virus infect, virus infect, tick, tick, boom, virus infect. Everything is changed and altered. Locked down and fastened shut. Zoomed and Skyped up connections. No hands, DIY handguns. Were masked and locked for months now. Can't replace a dinner place.
Thomas Christ. Now, let me tell you a bit about Thomas Christ. Thomas Christ has been a massive, massive integral part of this channel. I couldn't do a lot of the stuff that I've done here on the channel without Thomas. He's the most dependable, most thoughtful, most caring, most giving, most talented person I know. He makes great music. He puts so much effort into everything that he does. If you've been on his channel, you haven't subbed to him, I don't know what you're doing. He puts so much work into the finer details of his show. He plays people's music. He does great live performances every week. And I can speak on behalf of Pete Johns as well. He's been an amazing moderator here on this channel. I know over at Pete's as well, and I'm just really thankful for everything that he does. And I don't tell him enough just how thankful I am. He just does so much of the little 1% stuff that, it's hard to find a moderator like that, really. You can put links to everybody else's channel and stuff, and that's fine if that's what you do, but like, Thomas is just, he's on it. It's like whenever you, he's just a mind reader. Whenever I am just about to say something, he posts a link. It's like he's inside my mind. He's wearing my skin. He's inside me, deep inside me, or something like that. But Thomas is great. I can't thank you enough, Thomas. So happy birthday. You rock. And I taught you everything I knew so I could not have to do anything ever again. Now I'm the laziest mod around. You know it. I can admit it. I know the truth. It is what it is. So the other thing that happens here on this channel, the main thing, was to teach people how to make music. Not so how to make music, but how to make better music, how to be better, how to learn things. And a lot of people think that maybe I sit here and am just trying to sell you apps every day, which is not the case. I, for the longest time here on this channel, have tried to say, and it's hard, right? We're talking about this in Clubhouse, where we talk about a lot of stuff around music and the industry and stuff like that. We live in a world where consumerism is the thing, right? Whatever you talk about and then open Facebook, there's an ad for what you were just talking about. Everything we say and everything we type is monetized and commercialized, and they just want to advertise to us. That's all we really are at this point as a species online. They're just collecting our data to just send us shit, to make us buy more shit and have more shit that we don't really need. And every day, not every day, I take a look at these apps, and I try not to tell you you need these apps, because at the end of the day, hey, Frank Terzo, hello. Listen, you don't need all these apps, right? Are they nice? Yeah. Is that new shiny thing, whatever it is, nice? Yeah, but most of the time we don't need this stuff, do we? We all have our own little ways to make music, our own DAWs, our own software, our own computers. Like, this is the thing. This is called How to App on iOS, but it's not just about iOS. It's about the culture of making music. Because what's happened here over the 4 years on this channel is iOS used to be very separate from Macs and desktops, but these days, whatever you can get on iOS, you can pretty much get on desktop now. The fence, the door is narrowing, and everything's becoming very similar, right? It doesn't matter what you use. So I just want to reiterate, I don't sit here every day trying to get you to buy apps, because a lot of the time you don't need them to make your best music. But what I do try and push on here is how to use things better, compression and things that you already have to get better. Because you know what? You can teach an old dog new tricks. Look at me. I know, I'm a See, I censored that because you can't see the hard R. And it wasn't that hard. Thank you, Frank, so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you to everybody who's sent a super chat or something today. And Frank, you rock. Thank you so very much. Frank has, come into this community. He's another one who I interviewed. I saw this guy come into the community and was like, wow, this guy's super talented. I want to get him on the show. Because I sit around and watch everybody's channel and see what's going on, you know. And I had Frank on the show, and just to see where Frank is right now, yeah, doing the community pulse and having people on and making his guests work. I like that. That's some real work ethic, Frank. Frank, I'm just going to say, Frank's the only mofo who can get somebody to come on his show as a guest and then makes them interview somebody else while he just sits back. Frank, I don't know how you wangled that, but I need to learn something from you, obviously. And you know what, Frank, yesterday I sung, you're going to laugh at this, hopefully you'll laugh at it, because I hate it when I say jokes on here and people get offended. I'm never here to offend people, right, unless it's an FMC song. But yesterday, Frank, I did a movie opening hour, and somebody picked one of the songs, which was Kermit the Frog's song, and some people messaged me afterwards and said that I sounded like you, and then I went and had to listen back. It was uncanny. So Frank, I'm going to request now, can you at some stage do a cover of Kermit the Frog's, what was the song? I can't even remember what the song. What is it? It's The Rainbow Connection. Frank, I would kill you for you. I would pay you to do Rainbow Connection. In fact, I'll play the guitar on it. Anyway, we're having fun. Like it's you know, I jest, you know. But Frank is somebody who's taken, come along, jumped into the community, and now he's promoting other people's stuff. And that's a really important thing, you know. Like getting back to apps and stuff too. I'm not here to sell you stuff. I'm here to sell you. I want to see you better. That's why on Patreon, we do the mastering for $1. You pay me $1. You can send songs to me and I'll master them for you. And not only master them, but give you tips on to go back and remix it. Because, you know, not everything's awesome. And sometimes they can be really awesome just with a little bit more work. And that's the thing what I kind of stand for. And I want to see people get better with each kind of thing that they make. And look, I'll be honest, it's taken a hit on me because I don't get to release much stuff anymore because of this. But that's a thing I'm willing to you know, give up. But yeah, while we're talking about apps, I just want to say this now. I want to thank all of the developers who, like, you guys probably don't understand what goes on behind the scenes here on this show. This is a 24-hour fucking, I hate saying this word. When I started doing this show, it was just to get out of bed each day and hopefully share some information with people. And it's become now a business. It's become something I have to work at every day. I'm in constant emails with developers and companies, and I have sponsorship now, and I have so many responsibilities on this channel that if I fuck up, this could be the end of me financially. So I'm not saying this to like as a wah-wah, but this is not what I intended it to be. I intended it to just get up in the morning and just get out of bed because of my health. And here I am 4 years later, and now I rely on this thing. And it is a constant, you know, constant back and forth with developers and beta testing stuff, learning apps. I mean, I learn about 5 apps a week. And it's a thing. And I wouldn't be able to do it with all of the developers who, over the 4 years, have so kindly given me the free codes to do the show, to learn the app, to show you if it's good or not, because it doesn't matter what my opinion is on the apps. It really doesn't fucking matter. What matters is will you get value out of it by me showing you how it works? That's all it is about, right? Can this add value? Because apps these days, everyone just buys them to buy them because new shiny, new shiny, new shiny, new shiny, and you don't need to buy new shiny all the time. Old shiny works heaps good. But if you see something on this channel that has value, that can really make a difference to what you're doing, and you can see long-term use out of it, this is why this show exists. But the developers are so kind. So many developers have given me codes to give away on my Patreon. And let me tell you in on a little secret. If you go back and watch old shows on here, See you later, Doctor's orders. And thank you. I'm seeing all the nice comments, my friends. So, what was I going to say? I've lost my train of thought with developers. So, when we first started this channel, I used to do giveaways of apps here on YouTube. And at the end of each show, I'd say, I've got 3 copies of today's app. Leave a comment in the down below, and tomorrow we'll draw the winners. And we did this for about 8 months, and it got a lot of interaction here on the channel, a lot of algorithm stuff, because I was getting like 50 comments per video of people entering for the apps. And unfortunately, when a good thing happens like that, when you have the ability to give things away, dumb cunts take advantage of it. And that's what we had. We had people making multiple YouTube accounts and entering multiple times. And it all came unstuck one day when somebody won and both of their accounts won. And when I emailed the person to say, you've won the code, I sent them the code and they said, thank you. And then I got an email from another person saying, hi, I won a code too. Unfortunately, it was the last guy I just emailed from the same email account. He forgot to send me an email from his different email account, which, was pretty much a... And that led me to have to move the giveaways over to Patreon because people were cheating to try and win something worth $2. It's sad, but that was a thing. That was a really hard decision for me because it obviously made the channel take a hit of people leaving comments and people emailing me going, you're giving away stuff behind a paywall. And it's like... well, you motherfuckers caused it yourself. But ultimately, it's a better thing to not do it because, you know what? It was fake engagement. People weren't even watching the videos. They were just trying to win shit. So there's that as well. But that's one of the changes a painful change that had to be made here on this channel. But you've got to continually evolve, hopefully, and keep it fresh and changing. And, let's play a song. Let's do the race, and then we'll come back about how things have changed a little bit. And let's go over here. All right, we are back over here. We've got another race happening. So if you've just joined in late, we're running races today, and if whoever wins the race, I'm going to play your song. This is the fairest way I could...
Stunning.
Oops, stunning.
Stunning.
Remember this joke? The stunning
Stunning.
joke with Gordon Ramsay. God, we had that one going for a while, didn't we?
All right, I've got my voice ready. We've got the race set to go. We've got 18 contestants left to go on this race. You could come up. If you come up, I will play your song. Is everybody ready for the race? I'm ready for the race. We'll start the music and we'll get ready because it's going to happen as soon as I can get my mouse over there. There it is. All right. Racing off they go. There we go. We don't know who's in front, but it looks like it's somebody. Ed B. Meadle's in front with his stupid eyes closed. How does he know where he's running? Falcon Blues is still crying down the bottom. He's never going to win this one. But the Chandler, Leela, oh my fucking God, it's Leela. Leela's in front. The Chandler's Ed B. Meadle. Leela's going to get this one. Holy shit, thank God Leela won. Or I'll never hear the end of it. Oh dear.
Thank you, Arthur. Did you like that comment? Thank God Leela won or I'd never hear the end of it. All right. Now, let's talk about Leela, right? She came over here to my channel. She came out of the fucking blue and she had an amazing channel, Lou Reality, and she was cruising along, had lots of people listening to her music. She was making all this cool music. She was getting all these apps and really falling into this fucking music making thing, and it was so cool. And then all of a sudden her channel disappeared. The whole channel just disappeared. It was gone. And she was devastated. Let me tell you, as a close friend of Leela, who we hang out with every day, it was fucking heartbreaking. And as close friends, we didn't know how to... What do you say when somebody invests so much work into their channel, and you know she's an emotional creature, to say the least. And we love Leela, yeah. And to see that happen, to just see her channel just disappear and get no explanation from YouTube, nothing. We don't know why it happened. We have a suspicion what happened. We think in one of her streams she accidentally showed a picture of Brad's penis and didn't take it down. We think maybe the algorithm picked up Brad's penis. So there's that. That's probably it, because there's been no other explanation. YouTube didn't contact her. And yeah, so she had to build her channel up from scratch. And to lose all those subscribers after all this hard work, it's just fucking devastating. Really devastating. And it was accidentally, really, it was. She was, because if you've seen Leela's show, she flicks through her photos. And that's always a dangerous thing, because, you know, we've all got them. We've all got those photos in our photo roll that nobody should ever see. And I mean nobody should ever see. That's why there's the hidden folder. I think my hidden folder has over 2,000 photos in it. But it was heartbreaking. We didn't know what to say. But here's the thing. Leela's mighty resilient, and she came back and she fought her way back. And just recently she's got over 500 subs and she's on her way. She only needs fucking 114 hours watch time or something like that, something really minuscule. So if you want to do her a favor, go on, head over to Leela's channel, chuck on a playlist and just leave it playing for a few hours. If everyone went and did that, within a couple of days, she'd have her watch hours and she'd be monetized. Because, yeah, just really, really fucking, I can feel for her completely. So I'm just going through her stuff here. And I'm going to grab something that is, let's see. I'm going to play this one. This is one of her older songs that she's re-uploaded recently. This is Le Painted Porch.
If you live your life by the media, you'll never know who you really are. It's not what gets likes and views. There's a you that you don't want to lose. Somewhere underneath all the filters, I see someone who can do this. Just decide who you wanna be, then do what you have to do. When you're trying to make a life you love, don't forget to love the life you've got. You don't need to second guess. Compare yourself to what they have. Trust yourself, you're doing your best. This life is not a test. Philosophy's a matter of fact. when you're trying to make a life you love. Don't forget to love the life you've got. Happiness is a consequence of the frame of mind I define it with. Wasting time feels like a crime. Let each moment shine. Just getting out of the comfort zone starts overriding the old code. The neuroplastic is the magic of all mine. Seek to train myself to just refrain from trying to change what's out of my control.
Yay! Leela, Rise of Dark Leela, otherwise known as L'Reality. Hello, Paul O'Farrell, Pete Johns. Boy, Johns is in the house. Pete Johns is up next with YML, and I'll dump you over there. Boom. I forgot to run my ad today. I should also say welcome back for 6 months. Sunshine, and holy shit, Sunshine gifted some memberships as well. Thank you, Sunshine. And to those who all got one, and to those who super chatted as well too. It was Falcro, I think. Falcro, thank you, and Arthur, thank you as well. Boom. Now, let's cover a couple of things. So this channel has really changed over the years, and here's one of the things I've tried to do. So we've talked about apps and. There's live performances and the interviews and stuff, but the one thing that I try to keep happening on this channel and will never change is changing things up. Hi, Sean Chandler, is changing things up and trying to create content that is unique, hopefully, and different than what you would expect. And some of those things that we've done during the pandemic. Hey, thank you, Jamie. Hello, Jamie Malland. Dude! Jamie Malland is here. We're going to hear from Jamie Mallander and Russ and stuff soon. Thank you, Thomas, so much. Thank you, my friend. Maybe take a few Fridays off. You know what? Here's the thing. All right, let's address this before we go on. And I love all my friends who keep telling me you got to take a day off. I've tried to take days off, and I'm a workaholic. What can I say? I am a workaholic, and as I've mentioned earlier, this channel started out as something fun, and now it is my living. If I don't do it, I don't pay my rent. So, and thank you, Tremor Bear and Jenny. Oh my God, you're all doing it now. I was going to run an ad, I just won't now. But thank you. And I know I should take time off, but the demand, there's so many apps that drop that are good and worth time, and so many other things I want to do on the channel, like these things like Walk With Me and the rants and all these things, that there just isn't enough time to take a day off. So, and when I do take a day off, I fucking miss sitting here and doing an hour and just doing something. And I feel like I'm not working. And when you've gone through some stuff, which I have, when most of you have heard the story, I'd given up, and with the health stuff that I still goes on behind the scenes that you guys don't see, with bleeding and all this stuff, and I still have ITP, and my health is still pretty shit, but I don't bring it up here very much. And when you've totally given up on life and you think that there's nothing left, and then this new lease of life comes, which has been this for me, you want to not waste a moment. of doing the things that you love. So taking a day off is hard for me. It's helping now that I have a girlfriend. Hello, if you're watching. How you doing? Anyway, she's probably not with me anymore now. That's the end of that. Well, that's over. Balance is key if you're burned out. Well, that's it. And I try to stop when I'm burned out. And trust me, doing this over 4 years, I've been burned out about 8 times and felt the crush. But that's when you take a day off and reset and all that kind of stuff. But getting back to content, like I want to continue to make hopefully interesting content, like Walk With Me. That was a huge gamble to do Walk With Me, to buy all these cameras and go out and start filming stuff. And it just started out as just a way to get healthy. And then I was creating all these elaborate videos of walking around all these places, and fucking hell, it was taking ages to edit and all this stuff, and it just became something. And I know I've had so many people message me recently saying they want Walk With Me to come back. It's coming back this week. I'm actually heading out to film. It's been tough because it's winter. It's very cold. And but this week we're going to kick off Walk With Me winter edition. So we could get rained on a lot, and it's going to be very different from the summer version. But I've got to do it because I've put on weight. Thank you, Laurie. Let me scroll up, and thank you, Laurie. So I can't even get the thing. There it is. Thank you. Love you too. And thank you, Paul, as well. And Pete Johns' gifts and memberships as well. Jesus Christ, you guys rock. Thank you so much. And we'll dump you over to Pete Johns. But look, so Walk With Me is back. Let me just say, like, I didn't expect Walk With Me to become what it kind of did. And it was taking up a lot of fucking time. Taking a lot of time on top of doing all this and the editing and stuff. It was really full on. But I've actually, unfortunately, put on another 10 kilos when I had lost 20, and I've put 10 of them back on. That's partly Ali's fault because she convinced me to buy an air fryer. It wasn't just Ali. But so this week I'm going to head out and film Walk With Me again. I need a new computer chair. I need a new office chair. So I'm going to go into the city and film me going and sitting in some chairs. So it's going to be Sit With Me for the first half. And then we're going to move on, and I'm going to take you a walk along the Yarra River, and we're going to head to a hotel which is made famous by a television show called The Sullivans, an Australian television series where they film this television show. It's a pub that's historic. I'm going to end there and have a few drinks. And so that's what's going to come up. But talking about shows, I've tried to have things like the opening hour here and do the interviews and have the rants. So we've got 42 rants, so these rants are here as well. And over the years, we've had things like, so there's Walk With Me. What have we done? I think there's like 35 episodes of Walk With Me. It's a lot of stuff. We've also, during COVID, we had the Wart series. If you want to go back and watch those, where we talked about bullying and, anxiety and depression, because at the time we were all locked down and we didn't know what was going on. And so I was able to do shows like that. And we even had things on the Wart series where at the end everyone would join Clubhouse and we'd continue talking and stuff and about our feelings and stuff and what's going on, because it was a really rough time. And I've just been privileged to be able to do stuff like that. And then on the opposite side, we've got Gladys Worthington, which I can tell you now, Gladys is coming back this month. So yes, Asking for a Friend will be back this month. I'm not excited about it. Let me tell you, after the last one, eating all that garbage. So yeah, we'll put up that show soon. But yeah, and I've had the chance to try and do comedy and do live performances and do my theatre show, and I've just had the chance to try and so many things. So this channel's never been just about apps, yeah? And it's not just about iOS. It's about making music, whatever you use, right? But it's mostly about you. It's not about me. I'm just a dickhead here jumping around and trying to be a bit excited each morning and stuff like that. But it is all about you guys and hopefully seeing you get better, right? So I can't reiterate that anymore. Now, we're not going to run another race, but I just want to let you know, so going forward, I'm going to continue for the next, next year, and hopefully the next 1,000 subs, whatever happens, is that I want to keep diversifying and trying new things. And even this year, I'm currently writing a theatre production, and I'm going to try and get that theatre production on a tour in Adelaide for a festival. And I want to take you all along and show you the process of traveling over to a festival and staying in a hotel and preparing for the festival. These are things I want to do on here to not only help you make better music, but show you behind the scenes of how to get gigs and be involved in that and all this kind of stuff. Plus, I'm in a band at the moment too, which you will see more of in the coming months when we start gigging and stuff like that. Hello, Many Vibes. Thank you so much, Bubbles, for vibes. So there we go. That's just a quick outlay of stuff that is coming. Here's the Wart series here. So you can see here with the Wart series, we did stuff like on confronting demons and fear and hope, emotions, anxiety, success, guilt, bullying. We did stuff on branding your music, putting a price on your music, your own value, your self-worth. So a lot of stuff went into these. If you want to go back and have a look at these, about courage and sexism. We did one on sexism with all the ladies on, and my stream fucked up and it was a disaster, but I had great hosts. Thank you, Brad. Love you too. So we are nearing the end, and I want to play a couple more songs. We're not going to do the race because I want to mention this dude. So I featured this song yesterday on the channel. My dear, dear friend, Russ, 8889, who I've taken the piss out of earlier on tonight, but, that's because I love him, yeah. Now, he's a grumpy old motherfucker. He's a cunt. That's a term of endearment from me. Russ is a cunt. That's what we say every day. And but he's an amazing, big-hearted person. You know that he put together that amazing Music for Life album that many of us were involved in. He's amazing. And he has this band called the Delicate Giants, which I have done my best to promote on here. I've had Russ on many, many times. His mum has been involved in this channel. Russ has been involved in this channel doing the roasts and doing the quizzes and coming on. And, I mean, Russ is an integral part of my life. He's like one of my best friends, yeah? And not a day goes by where I don't speak to Russ. And he's probably getting sick of me licking his ass right now and calling me a cunt right now. But he's got this band called the Delicate Giants. They got this album that is ready to go. It's going to be released here on this channel in about 2 weeks' time. And I'll be premiering the whole album here with all the music videos and stuff. We do it every time he releases an album. It'll be the 4th time we've done it. And I think Jamie's here, who's in the band now. So now the Delicate Giants is a full band, not just Russ. And it's an incredible album. And yesterday, Russ dropped the first video clip from the album, and Dean, who's the drummer, produced this video clip. He had actors come in. This is a serious video clip, a real production with real cameras and, real actors putting this together. And it's just an amazing clip. It's a huge achievement. And let me just get this clip ready. I want to play it now, and I want to say something else before I play it. Because, look, the Delicate Giants are just fantastic. But there's one thing I think that's missing from the Delicate Giants. And I want to ask you guys, do you think the Delicate Giants need a singer? Do you think? Well, if you think so, go over. Hopefully my great friend Thomas will post a link to this song while I'm playing it. Go over to Russ's YouTube channel, to the Delicate Giants channel, where this song is, Shattered by the Delicate Giants, and leave a comment saying, yes, Jade should be the singer of the Delicate Giants. This is Shattered by the Delicate Giants. That is how you produce a video, my friends. So remember, go over to that song, go over to the Delicate Giants channel and leave a comment on the video and say, vote one Jade for vocalist. Now, when that was being made, shot that video clip, the producer, who's Dean, the drummer, reached out to Russ's cousin, Gary, and asked him to submit a video clip of him playing live. So, you know, they could put it in the video. And let's show you exactly the video clip that Gary sent. Let's enjoy this. Oh, hang on. Is that a fish? I somehow don't think this got used in the video clip. Anyway, it's missing something. I think it's missing something. What's it missing? What do you think? It's a bass. Yeah, it's a bass. It is an outfit, isn't it? Oh, that's what it was missing. A dog. I don't know what that is hanging off the racket. Anyway, so I don't know why that didn't make the video. It's perfectly fine to me. All right, we're at the end of the show, my friends. All right. Now, remember, in a couple of weeks' time, we got Russ coming on and we're going to premiere the whole album. Trust me, it's fucking amazing. I listened to it again when I went to sleep last night. I'm not just saying that because I'm biased and I master all of Russ's stuff and I want to be the vocalist in his band. But it really is. It's far better than anything else they've done. It really is amazing. It's going to blow your socks off. It's been worth the wait. So, all right. I want to thank you all so very much for all the support, all the wonderful moderators, past and present. You know who you are. You're here, and I'm ever so thankful for the kind support that I get here on this channel to allow me to continue doing this. The Patreons, the Super Chats, the memberships, all of this stuff that you guys do. It blows my mind how kind you all are, and I just want to take this show better and better and better and better and better. And I promise I will continue to try and create more interesting content and not have it stale, right? And try and entertain and be funny and have silly stuff and serious stuff and all this kind of shit. So I really...
There's nothing to stop you. Check if the device is on your home Wi-Fi network.
What, Siri? What, Siri? I didn't ask for you. Jesus Christ, did you hear that? Siri, fuck off. I'm having a moment.
I won't respond to that.
Fuck, there goes that moment. No, but and all of the developers, everybody who supports me, I want to thank you all so much. It really is, it's speechless. You know, yeah, it's cool. There we go. I want to finish by playing a track that you've heard me sing a million times on this channel, but there was one time I sung this song which was very special. You can go back and find this video. So I have a very, very dear friend who is very well known in the music industry here in Australia. And by the name of Michael Gudinski. And he passed away, and he was just a really, really dear friend of mine and a massive force in the music industry here in Australia. And I did a show where I did a whole performance for him and sat in the dark and sung because I was crying all the way through it. And I want to finish with this version of Do What Makes You Happy, because that has always been the motto on this show is do what makes you happy. We all rise together. And what's the other one? Mistakes make you better. And stay awake, you know. So please keep doing that, you know. Let's play this song, and I'll dump you over to Pete's. This is Do What Makes You Happy, tribute to my friend Michael Gadinsky. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. Let's grab this song. Let's go. See you later, everyone.
This is not another love song. It is about being true to yourself.
Okay, we'll try that again.
This is not another love song. It is about being true to yourself. It's all you can rely on, and friends who love you for being your true selfish. You may think it of me, but we are connecting right now. Here, your selflessness is all you need, and then you can be true to your words and music, your life you choose it. Songs and laughter on shit ever after. You can choose it all. You can't lose it. Just remember, don't ever abuse it. Just do what makes you happy. This is not another fairy tale. It is about seeing through someone else's eyes that I've seen a million places and faced adversity and prejudice just for being themselves. Is it really worth the hustle to hate someone for being different? 'Cause everybody's made of flesh, bone, skin, and blood. We eat each other and we love not enough. But through words and music, your life you choose it. Songs and laughter on shit ever after. You can choose it all. You can't lose it. Just remember, don't ever abuse it. Just do what makes of what people may think. Isn't it right to say the people that you worry about only worry about themselves? They're not thinking about you. So why do so many people lash out in public at a person for being 100% themselves? You can believe in yourself 100% without being an asshole. I was unhappy for many a year in my life, emotions flowing on a roller coaster, suicide. Truly hated myself cause I feared the worst. Nobody would love me for me, telling you free thinking is punished in life. Honesty is something I find very hard to believe. The anger was building inside of me when all I really wanted to do was cry. When everything was going bad, try not to let it out, to be so sad. Try to let other people's drama make you mad. Now it's time to say goodbye. 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 And just do what makes you happy.